you had your little laugh, but now it's my turn. Y'all think you're such hot stuff, don't you? Swimming around with your fancy gills and such. But none of you wetheads would last a minute on my turf. Dry land.
Do we have to wear pickle jars?
October 13th, 2019. Joe here at Simple Life Show. SimpleLifeRemedy.org is the website. I have been away for the last few days. Last couple days I've been sick and so forth, and sometimes that just happens. As you know already, conservative, Christian, and other alternative views that are not in step with the liberal groupthink media system are being silenced and our reach is being throttled down. This happens. This is happening. It's happening right now. I will never ask for a dime, however. If you do value freedom of speech, if you value the Constitution and everything that it's based on, just do us and everyone else and me including a favor by hitting that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Do me a favor and just share the video. You know, if that's the least you can do, that's perfectly fine. That does help everything out as well, and it also helps us reach more people. So in today's news, if you haven't already known, Spongebob Squarepants is officially racist. So when I first saw this, you know, I had to laugh a little bit because it's just it just keeps going and going and going with this whole liberal assault and attack on things that are really not as malicious as what they want you to believe they are. So we'll get into the idea that SpongeBob SquarePants and the idea behind SpongeBob SquarePants is kind of violent and racist. And the Washington University professor has a point, I guess. You know, when I started reading about it, he does have a kind of a point, but we're getting to the point at this point that children don't need to be exposed to this. We are reaching and we are grasping for straws, and that liberal media is doing its best to try to wash everything and bleach everything clean of anything that's enjoyable. And this is something that is becoming very alarming as we continue on through this treacherous path that we're walking. So SpongeBob SquarePants, they want you to believe it's based on this Bikini Atoll. The Bikini Atoll is a chain of 20 or so islands in the Marshall Islands, and it consists of 23 islands. And back when the U.S. was doing a lot of nuclear testing, the inhabitants of this island were taken off the island, and we basically took over the island. We used it for nuclear testing. Yeah, was that bad? Absolutely. That was absolutely, we shouldn't have done that, and I feel bad for the people there. But this liberal professor from Washington has taken upon himself to attack this cartoon that's been on air for 20 years. So it just, you know, what happened when Obama was president was SpongeBob a problem back then? Were all of these issues a problem back when Obama was president, or any other president for that matter? I'm not trying to just attack Obama, but all up until this point, everything has become racist, and everything has become politically incorrect, and everything has just become so bad that we can't have our children watching it, because it's going to teach them wrong things. I can guarantee you this: the only thing that SpongeBob is doing to the kids is keeping them quiet while you're getting some work done, or it's entertaining them to some certain extent. SpongeBob, I still watch SpongeBob SquarePants every once in a while if I'm flipping through the channel or whatever. If it's on, I'll watch it for a few minutes because I think it's funny. It's absolutely funny. The writers are brilliant in what they do, and they keep your attention, and it's good stories and stuff like that. And it also has good lessons for the kids. And this is something that is completely lost on the liberal media. Anything that is about life lessons that helps teach children, simple life lessons so they can apply it to their lives. That is something that I see with a lot of this stuff. It's not like a lot of the violent cartoons out there, like an Adult Swim and stuff like that. And you know the kids are watching that stuff. It's not just for adults that like cartoons. And the fact that so many adults out there that are simply just sitting there, fried out of their brains, watching cartoons, all night long is bad enough. But we still have wholesome cartoons out there. Yeah, I wouldn't say that SpongeBob SquarePants is completely wholesome, it's all relative. If I was speaking from a Christian fundamentalist point of view, which I'm not, I would say no, it's not fun. It's not a wholesome type of cartoon. But compared to the the Adult Swims and stuff like that. It absolutely is, so everything's really relative. So what I found was really interesting about this whole thing was that this professor makes a lot of points. And what I'm saying is that he does make a good point where the whole Spongebob Squarepants, it's all about these mutant things at the bottom that have come alive and stuff like that. And we don't really know that really has anything to do with it. You could say that Spongebob Squarepants himself is a mutant. He has 2 eyes. He doesn't have 4 eyes. Now, if he had 16 eyes and stuff like that, then you might be able to make that type of the reach there. But all of the characters look perfectly normal. They look just like regular, humanized type of marine life. I don't see anything that really is in step with the whole idea of nuclear testing. But this is just a type of thing that keeps going on in the liberal media, where they are trying to attack anything and everything and call it racist. They are trying to make everything racist. So that way, it's much easier to accuse someone of being racist, because now whatever type of advertisers that Spongebob Squarepants has, or Nickelodeon, or wherever it's actually being aired right now. I don't know if it's Nickelodeon or Cartoon Central or something like that. It's one of those networks. Now they're going to be scared. Now the advertisers they're going to be scared to actually advertise on Spongebob Squarepants. So yeah, we could end up losing another cartoon over this, just because some liberal university professor has taken it upon himself to relate the entire cartoon to displacing peoples from the Bikini Atoll and in the Marshall Islands back when we were doing nuclear testing. I mean, is this just the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard in your life? I mean, can't we just let kids be kids? Kids don't care about this kind of stuff. They're not thinking about all of this political mumbo jumbo when they're watching cartoons. They're not thinking about anything. I guarantee you they're not thinking about that kind of stuff. And all of the so-called subliminal stuff that they said that's actually going to be, implanted in their minds. That's not happening either. Okay. So, I mean, just calm down with the, Spongebob Squarepants is not a racist. He's not violent. These people have obviously not even watched an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants. They're just trying to find any kind of target, because they're running out of targets, and that's the problem here. Until next time, this is Joe with Simple Life Show. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.